Welcome into episode 4 of Rangers Deep in the Heart, where I take you inside the Rangers organization through its players, their families, and the staff behind it. This show is presented by Justin, the official boot of the Texas Rangers. I'm Hannah Wing. Today, I'm so excited to be joined by Rangers third baseman Josh Smith and his amazing wife, Claire. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I have to know, who took longer to get camera ready today, Josh or Claire?
Definitely.
No, you think that's obvious?
Yeah. I asked her, I was like, when we're leaving, I'm like, you're wearing that dress? I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I'm a wife. I need to look presentable.
And you look amazing.
Thank
You
you.
both do. And again,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate the time. And is this the first podcast that the two of you have done together?
I feel like in person. We did a Zoom one together. That was minor league, so right?
Yeah, that was years.
So
that
it's
was when we
been a
got
while.
traded over here, actually.
Okay, yeah,
It was
the
in
trade.
Hickory, but this is our first in-person one, I believe. I think so, yeah.
Josh, you've been such a bright spot all season long. In the first road trip of the season, third baseman Josh Young swung on a pitch and fractured his wrist, and you have stepped up in such a massive way, both at third and at the plate. With the increased playing time, especially during your at-bats, how have you made adjustments more quickly?
Yeah, I always say this. We need Josh back pretty badly. It's never fun losing a guy like him. So to step up and kind of fill in for him has been fun, although I don't wish him any injuries, but it has been a lot of fun this year for me. Just made some adjustments this offseason. Claire can probably attest to that. I feel like I was hitting too much every day.
We've done a lot less at home throwing the sock ball at him, practicing swings. So that's good.
Yeah, so last year we'd come home and she'd be throwing me sock balls, working on stuff. But no, I just had a good off season and just worked on some things and made some adjustments.
Okay, so softball at the Smith household. Claire, what other kind of drills are you running?
Well, we do that, and we have an outfielder, Sporty, our little dog.
A great outfielder.
He thinks that we're throwing the sock for him, but in reality, he's really trying to work on his swing. So it's like a battle of, being serious, and then he's literally, making me do, the pitching steps of, throwing right, and then Sport goes and snatches the ball.
Watching her do, the wind-up of trying to throw is pretty funny.
I say pitching steps, and it's wind up, yeah.
Okay, so paint the picture. Claire's on the mound, Josh is at the plate, Sport's in the outfield. Is that what this is?
With,
No,
a
it
video
really is.
camera set up to see,
He's using
how
my
my hands
tripod.
are moving and stuff.
You guys have a
it's
full-on
actually-
operation.
Yeah.
I really was last year doing it. We haven't done it this
We
year,
haven't
but
done it this year.
last year I was so, trying to figure stuff out. I was like, all right, maybe if I can just go home and video us throwing a sock, I can see something. It probably didn't help at all, but it was funny looking back at it.
It was a unwinding, I
Yeah.
feel from the game situation. It was fun, though.
Well, clearly it's all paying off, especially on the big league field here at Globe Life Field. At one point this season, you were tied for first in the American League in doubles. You've also been hitting lefties significantly better. But when it comes to the fielding side of things, last season you played so many different positions all around the diamond. But how strategically has it helped your game being at third so consistently?
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely, you get a little bit more comfortable playing one position. You really kind of, when you're playing multiple positions, you start thinking about playing defense a little bit more, and then you're hitting as well. So it's your brain's kind of all over the place, not focusing on one thing. And so defense has kind of always been just natural to me. So now I can kind of just have this one set position and not really have to think too much about it.
Claire, at home this season, after all, you're just beaming with pride. I can just see it. It's so amazing. But when you've seen all the success that Josh has had this season at home and off the field, what has been the biggest difference you've seen from him?
I feel like I'm really good at knowing, okay, it was a bad game. He's going to come home. He might not be the happiest, and, accepting that. But I feel like you can totally tell a difference in his face. He's so much happier at home and on the field. And honestly, that, correlates to, having happier relationship and everything.
Yeah, that's actually one thing, though, that I would say that, I need to be better at, which I think is a lot of guys would attest to, is, no matter how you play on the field, you got to come home and, just flush whatever and just be your normal self, which I've struggled with that. Obviously, I'm learning from some of the guys who've gotten better at it, but I feel like compared to last year, it's probably a little bit better.
Well,
but it's definitely hard to come home for me after a bad game and be like, all right, got to flush it and just be a husband.
You used to be really good at it. I feel like you used to be really good at separating it, but I feel like last year was
last
a little
year
bit
was
harder.
tougher. Yeah.
Claire, let's say it's a home game day here at Globe Life Field. What does your routine look like leading up to the game?
I feel like I like to have, I always say our normal, like the post-work 5 p.m. after a normal job, that's our morning time. So I always like to have that morning time together, and then I'll start my day, even though he leaves normally around like 12 or 1. So I'll try to do my workout. Baseball life has made me realize that I have to work out, not to like work out for fitness-wise, just start your day. Like that's the one thing that I can always make a constant, and this life is so crazy. I'm like, I need some routine. So I've learned that, but I try to have our mornings together, and then I'll do that once he leaves kind of, so we can have that quality time, and then, just social media stuff throughout the day. And then I feel like at 5 p.m. I stop, and then I transition into make dinner, leave for the field, and switch on the baseball life.
Josh, when it comes to your daily routine, especially now that you are starting, and you've been in the 3-hole fairly consistently, what has changed about your routine so far this season with the playing time that you've had?
Honestly, I wouldn't say like I've changed too much. I guess just specific stuff is like I don't hit on the field. So I hit just in the cage just so I can kind of have the time alone and focus on what I'm trying to do. Try to work out 4 or 5 times a week, so I've been working out a little bit more. I guess probably getting a little bit more taken care of on my legs and stuff, just playing a little bit more, but like routine-wise is pretty much the same, I'd say. Just play cards with the guys.
I'm about to say playing a lot more cards.
Yeah, I play a lot of cards, ping pong with Marcus and all these guys, so it's been a lot of fun.
I always see you during media availability playing ping pong. I'm not sure if that's strategic to not talk to the media or if that's just you and your schedule throughout the day, but who is the best ping pong player in the Rangers clubhouse?
Best ping pong player is a healthy Spores.
A healthy Spores.
When Spores' right arm's healthy, he's pretty good. Marcus, me and him go back and forth. Wyatt's pretty good, actually, but I would say a healthy Spores is the best.
Oh, he's going to love that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
There have been so many crucial role players this season. I'm assuming ping pong and also baseball, too, of course. But on the baseball side, like yourself, Travis Jankowski, Jose Urania, there have been so many starters that have been injured this season. So what is the importance of the role that you have on this team, and what has that shown you this season?
Yeah, I think that kind of is what makes a team a good team. Obviously, last year we had a bunch of injuries as well and guys stepping up, whether it's Janko, Duran, or just whoever. This year, that's kind of how it's been for me personally. I know we're not winning as many games as we had last year, but I think we're in a good position to where we can get our guys back when Josh gets healthy, when some of these starting pitchers get healthy, to be in the position to make a run at things. I think just having that depth and just having guys like Janko it's awesome in the clubhouse.
Claire, when you come out to games now and you see your husband hitting in the 3-hole, that coveted spot in the Rangers lineup, how much more fun are games for you this season?
I feel like we've both been really good at being like the cheerleaders. I feel like we had all last year. That's like our joke. I'm like, we were the cheerleaders last year.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm really good at separating and like having fun regardless. But obviously it is 10 times more fun seeing him playing regardless of where he's at in the lineup. It does make the games. Yeah,
I wouldn't have. If you'd have said last year, hey, you're going to be at any point batting in the 3-hole, I'd have been like, yeah, you're lying. But, it's been a good year so far. So,
when you two come together at the ballpark, do you have a little pregame text message or FaceTime or any rituals pregame that you do together?
I would say every single day. I probably once I take my shower, my pregame shower, put on my uniform, and the last thing I do is I say, GTG, I love you.
Yeah.
2 exclamation points.
Like high school lingo, the shortened abbreviation. I don't know why you say, but you've always said that, not got to go, spelled out, GTG. And then I'm always like, I love you, good luck.
Yeah.
Back.
Every single game, all every 162 plus postseason, plus exhibition games.
But I feel like a lot of couples
I think
have
everybody
that. Everyone
has their
something.
Own thing, yeah.
I think it's so cute. Have y'all seen Jonah Heim? He does the Snapchat, and I think it's so cute.
And I love how Kenzie saves them too.
I
She just has
know.
all of them over the
She
years.
screenshotted
and-
like every single one.
Well, I have another really hard-hitting question for you. Why does your helmet never stay on
Oh my God.
when you're running around the bases? Is it too big? I know you cut your hair. Is that possibly what it could be? But people
Yeah.
want to know.
I have an answer.
Why?
He's so drama. He loves the drama. Yes, huh? Even when you're sliding, it's like the hair.
happen?
No, I just think somehow you make it be
I
so.
honestly no. I genuinely think it's because I have a really small head. Like if I wanted to, I could fit in a 6 7/8 hat, and so like it's insane. My head's tiny, and I just every helmet I try on, like we have pads on them that we can put in. I'll put the pads on. They don't stay. I've tried wearing a headband. It doesn't stay. But I have no clue. But everybody jokes at me about that. So
It's like a little personality thing. His mom sent us a baby picture the other day of helmet flying off, and she's like, it's always been a thing.
I really
the
do
helmet
think it's just
flying
because
off.
I have like an abnormally small head is the thing. So
And you're abnormally fast. Maybe the helmet
Yeah.
metrics or
Maybe
something
that
just
could
help.
they don't really know how to do it. But well, you guys just got back from Miami and the Rangers family trip, which looked absolutely amazing. I know so many Rangers fans were screenshotting the wives' Instagram stories and running with it on social media. But truly, how was the trip, and what was something that stood out to you guys from it?
Oh my gosh, I feel like they spoiled us this time. Like this was the first trip where it was families, not just significant others.
it felt like the postseason.
It
Kinda.
did. It
Like,
was just so
reminded us of the
fun.
postseason.
It's so sweet seeing all the guys like with their families and their kids before, and then they just turn that and flip that switch and they're in baseball mode. It's fun seeing them in dad mode and husband mode before the baseball player mode.
Yeah, I thought like this past Miami trip was really fun just because like we had a couple of us go out on the boat and then we came back in to the pool and like everybody's there just kind of messing around, goofing off,
Yeah.
just hanging out in the pool. Like I don't know, just kind of felt like just high school friends. Just like that's kind of what the team feels like. It's like just feels like your close high school friends. That's what I love about it. I thought that was fun.
Why is it so important to you as a player and as a wife of a player to all come together and have those moments off the field together?
I personally think that matters just for like trusting one another. Like if you can't trust your teammates, it's like you're not going to want to play for those guys. You're not going to want to be around them. You're going to be miserable at the field. So I just think having like those relationships off the field kind of just match your success on the field. Like I think last year, I would say we definitely weren't the best team, but I think like camaraderie, I would say we probably had some of the best I've been around, definitely in the big leagues, and it was just a special season.
What about for you, Claire?
I feel like the same goes with the wives. Everyone just gets along and we all hang out with each other. It's not cliquey, and I feel like everyone just genuinely enjoys hanging out with one another. So it's just so fun, like going to dinner before, and it kind of erases that competitive aspect that could be there, but it's not because everyone roots for each other. Like I said, like we were the cheerleaders last year. Like everyone just genuinely wants everyone to do well, regardless of like what position or what player or if you're hurt or not. So it's just fun having that genuine friendship with all of the wives and all of the girls versus it being like this competitive thing, because it's not at all. Everyone's like a family.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where do you think that comes from? Is it from one wife specifically that spreads that kind of energy to the rest of the group, or is that something that you all just bring to the table every day?
No, I think it really does have a lot to do with the veteran wives, like the older wives. They themselves do not act like they are these big contract people, where unfortunately, like on other teams, like I've heard, like that can be a thing. Like we are blessed. They are just so humble, and they don't care who you are. They're gonna hang out with you. And I will say there are a lot of like the older wives, they plan things and they want everyone to come. It's not like just a few people, let's do this. If we're going to dinner, everyone's coming, everyone's invited. Like Tara Simeon had a pool party the other day for all the kids, and everyone just come whenever y'all were out of town. I forget where y'all were, but it just, everyone's so inclusive, and I think that really translates into like the younger girls too.
I think just like in general, the organization, the guys at the top have just done such a great job of doing their homework and bringing in the right guys. And these people know, like, these guys have wives too. So like they're doing their homework. They know they're good guys, good family men. So I just think that's a really big part of it.
You both have mentioned being the cheerleaders last season, and this season you are on the All-Star ballot as the Rangers' third baseman. First of all, congratulations for making that. But Claire, I want to get your thoughts now that All-Star voting
know
is
that.
open. Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh.
Maybe it's not public yet, but it will be by the time the
That's
episode
so
comes out.
cool. I didn't know that. What a turnaround.
Go vote.
So my question was, Claire, why should Rangers fans vote for your husband to be at third base in the All-Star game right here in Arlington this July?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I know everybody's a hard worker. I mean, all of these guys. It's like very few make it to this. But I mean, last year, it was not the best year. And he even just was able to, like, keep his morale high and come out and perform this year. It's just, and you can tell, like, he's a great guy off the field. And I feel like that's what's so good about the Rangers, too, is, like, they're just so, they care about who you are as a person, too. So I think for someone like him who had Rocky and then now he's doing so well, he's a great guy to have on the ballot. You should vote for him.
There's no better cheerleader than your wife to ask that question. Well, congratulations. I know that was obviously breaking news on the show, but what are your thoughts about potentially being in the All-Star game here in Arlington this summer? And also, I want to see Claire's outfits, too, so Rangers fans need to get out there and vote.
Yeah, I think that might be a bigger deal than making the team is her outfits.
Yeah, my brain is.
I mean, obviously we still got a little bit of time to go, but just like I said, yeah, from last year to this year to even be in consideration is pretty cool. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll finish up strong. But yeah, we got a lot of time to go.
What has this season done to your confidence on the field?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, it just kind of, it's crazy. Like I remember calling my dad like the second or third day I was here, and this is just how baseball is. And I was like, man, I belong here. Like I feel like I belong here. And then I go through such a tough 2-year stretch. I was like, do I belong here? Like you start doubting yourself a little bit. And it's like I kind of had those thoughts, but I always also thought, I was like, man, I know I'm better than this. Like, I know one day I'll get there. Just got to keep working. And like I said, obviously we still have a ton of season left. But just kind of, yeah, I've gained some confidence this year and just shown myself that I am capable of doing this. So I always have that to lean on.
Claire, what has his newfound confidence brought to your marriage and just the two of you as a couple?
I feel like...
Still Claire's husband.
Oh, my God.
Whenever I get recognized in public, it's, hey, are you Claire's husband? I'm like, yeah, I play baseball. I don't say that, but...
I was Josh Smith's girlfriend for a long time, so I think you forget that.
Yeah.
So I'll take
fired.
it. Yeah, I'll take it.
That's awesome. Well, on the other side of break, we'll play the newlywed game, talk all things TikTok, and how these two met. Don't go anywhere. Justin is proud to serve as both the official boot of the Texas Rangers and the presenting partner of the Rangers Deep in the Heart podcast. Join the winning team and embrace the spirit of Texas by stepping into a new pair of Justin boots today. Crafted for fans who demand nothing but the best, Justin boots are the perfect blend of style and comfort. Walk like a champion and shop now at justinboots.com. Justin, standard of the West since 1879. Okay, according to my research, you two are high school sweethearts. You met your freshman year. What do you two remember about the very first time you met? This will be good, I can tell.
Well, the first time we met was at the school dance.
It was literally like a get acquainted dance for high school, so it wasn't even, we hadn't even had day one yet of school.
Yeah, I just remember seeing, it was like, Instagram was kind of like new at the time. I remember seeing...
Did I have an Instagram yet?
Yeah, you did, because she had like a... Chick-fil-A Eat More Chicken thing or
that was for like a dance camp. I got dressed up by my big...
And I saw her, because I had never heard of her. Like, we went to different schools. Like, my middle school was, like, kind of on the outskirts of Baton Rouge, and she was in the city. And so I saw her, and I was like, damn, this girl's cute. And then, like, got to school or whatever. I guess I got to school and kind of started hearing about, Claire Couvion. I was like, who is this girl? And then I looked her up or whatever. Found her, and then I saw her at the school dance, and that's the first time we saw each other.
I remember walking up with two girls I was going to the dance with. You had already known and were friends with. And I remember walking up the steps of like Catholic High, his high school, and everyone been like, oh my God, you have to meet Josh Smith. He's so cute. And I was like, I don't know, like whatever. And we met that night, but I feel like it was the jamboree, the
that
football.
Was the first, yeah, so we met that night. I don't really remember, honest. I don't think we, like, talked too much or anything. And then we had, like, a high school football jamboree, and it's kind of like a movie scene. Like, it started raining and stuff, and we're, like, draped all over each other.
Yeah.
It's giving Cinderella story with Hilary
Yeah.
Duff and Chad Michael Murray.
As I'm in like jorts.
But
and,
we
like,
didn't
cut-off
date for the
shoes.
first-
Jorts, not the jorts, Josh.
The
Come
jorts.
on.
I don't know why y'all are so into the jorts thing.
Yeah.
But we
yeah.
didn't date for the first 2 years.
Yeah, we started dating like beginning of junior year.
Yeah.
Beginning of junior year.
And you both went to LSU. How was getting to go to college together?
Well, I went to TC my freshman year. And I thought I wanted to like go out on my own, do my own thing. So I broke up with him, and then when I came back to LSU, he wouldn't get back together with me.
Yeah, she done.
So it was
she
rocky
done
at
me.
first.
Yeah, so the first year of college was, I was like heartbroken. Like literally. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, you had the time of your
No,
life.
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, but like she dumped me going into college. I'm like calling my mom because I went and played summer ball before I go to college. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, what do I do? My mom's like, I don't know. Like my mom's like panicking. I'm like, I had to, like literally. I was like, I have to unfollow her on all of my stuff because like I can't see her. Like if I see her, it just like makes me miss her. Like just drove me crazy. And then whatever, end up going to college freshman year. I met some of my good friends. We kind of had a good time and stuff. And then she comes back to college, and I don't know, just kind of things are a little bit different. And then we ended up getting back together junior year.
It took a second though.
But it seemed like you always knew that each other were the person you wanted to be with. Is that correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what was so scary about it. Whenever I came back, is like I didn't even tell him I was transferring back. I'll never forget the text.
Yeah.
Like it was like 4 in a row, and it was like, "Hey, I have a question for you. Are you transferring back? Like, just tell me." And I was like, "I'm not telling you. You won't respond to my text. I'm not responding to your text."
She responded right away.
No, I didn't.
No, but I do remember, like, I always told her, so I was like,
Yeah.
we're going to get married one day. I literally always knew, like, eventually we're going to get back together, and so it just
I
worked
feel like
out.
it's intimidating meeting someone so young, knowing that you're gonna end up together. That it almost kind of pushed us away for a little bit because we knew that's what the end game was gonna be, and we both agree now. Like we needed that little
Yeah, I think it was
time for
good
ourselves,
us,
or I don't know if we would have gotten back together that soon and married that young.
yeah. I definitely think you going to TCU was probably the best thing that happened
Yeah.
for us.
Even though it was rough here.
Yeah.
When you walked up those stairs to the high school dance, could you ever imagine, that's Claire's husband over there? That is Claire's husband.
At that time, I didn't at that time, but then I feel like really early on, I remember being like, oh my God, like there's something about this guy. I actually had another boyfriend though. And so I was like, no. But he wouldn't leave me alone. He didn't care that I had a boyfriend. He was full blown trying to steal me away. And then eventually it worked, but
Mr. Steeler Girl.
yeah.
There he is.
Sorry, bro.
So then you go to LSU. Josh, you get drafted in 2019 by the Yankees, and then you get traded to Texas in 2021, and that was the video that blew up the internet. Claire, what was the very first video throughout your social content that you remember posting?
It was the very beginning. It was kind of more, it wasn't really like a vlog style. It was more like sitting down and introducing ourselves. And then we did like a slideshow. Like I'll never forget, like one of my friends, whenever we got engaged, put together a slideshow of like all of our pictures from like beginning to end. And I had always said I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, can I use part of this video as like our first one, but do like an intro and an outro of like introducing ourselves and kind of just like a first. And that was it. That was our first one. I was
That
so
was
nervous.
before. Yeah, so you started doing that before you did like all the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, and then we got married, and I did minor league
Yeah.
vlogs after that.
I feel like like this is my opinion as like a proud husband. I literally feel like Claire is like the like poster child for like the baseball day and like I always see these girls' videos like them and their husband. I'm like, this literally looks like Claire just did this. Like I just remember her being the first one to kind of start doing that, which I think is cool because it just gives you a different perspective on it.
It really is, and you did such a great job. I mean, of course, now World Championship and all the amazing trips to Miami and the fun things you get to do, but you also really showcased living hotel room to hotel room sometimes with 8 other people in it and just the
Yeah.
reality of minor league life. So why was it important to you to showcase what that truly was?
Well, I remember him almost like bracing me for what I was about to experience whenever we were driving down for our first season together. And in my mind, I'm like, it doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't sound that bad because he had done a little bit of baseball life without me. And then getting there and experiencing it, the hotel rooms, being terrified when he leaves, just like safety wise and like wanting to get out of the hotel for when he's gone. And I just sat at coffee shops all day because I was like, I'd rather be there in public versus at these sketchy hotels. And just like the quick pace of having to move out of a hotel room whenever they go on an away series, like I had to go with them because they would check out of the hotel. So I'm like, what do I do? And no one posted about it. It's not something that you could have like Googled information on. I feel like everyone was very private about it. So I was like, I was in a gap year because I was going to dental school at the moment. So I was kind of bored. I was like, I went from college, like always having something to do, like homework, studying, whatever, to having all this time on my hands. And I was like, I'm bored. So I just started posting about it. And then it kind of just, somehow it took off. Like I wasn't ever planning to make it a thing. It was always just fun. I was that girl in high school that was like the Snapchatter. I was always like filming my friends doing the Snapchats and like always had the memories. So it kind of made sense that it went into a career.
Did you ever hear from any other baseball wives? It's like, hey, thank you for showing what this actually is, so now I understand what I'm getting into?
Oh, yes. Around draft time, I have so many girls reach out to me and ask me for advice, or even just like minor league girls like switching or maybe who aren't traveling yet. How did I do it? Because I didn't even know how girls traveled. Thankfully, we met, one of the first couples we met in baseball life.
Yeah, like I feel like you've done such a good job of like showing things and helping people out. Like people will always reach out to her and be like, hey, like, do you have any advice for this? And like sometimes encouraging more girls to take the risk and go with their guys and start doing other stuff. So I just think that's pretty cool from her.
Could you ever have imagined being in those gross and sketchy hotel rooms, posting TikTok, sharing your experience, to eventually, a couple of years later, in a very short amount of time, posting a TikTok with the World Series trophy with your husband and confetti around you?
No, I did not think it would be that fast. Well, because we started in the Yankees organization, and he always told me, like, the Yankees are really slow to, like, progress their guys. So I really had no timeline. I just was going with it. But I feel like the second you got traded to the Rangers, it was already a much faster pace. But, I mean, that's still...
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, like, I always told her, I always felt like I was going to get traded from the Yankees. I don't know, I always did. I love my time there, but I just always felt like I was going to get traded. And so when we got traded here, I was like, oh, yeah, like, I got a chance to play shortstop or second, whatever. And then we signed Corey and Seager.
You're like, perfect.
I remember being like, who is this
We signed Corey and Simeon, and I'm like, well, geez, that just put a damper in the plans.
Yeah.
And then, but, I mean... If you'd have told us in 2 years we're going to win the World Series, I'd have been like, you're absolutely crazy.
No way.
And then for us to be there, it was like, it's pretty crazy.
Or even like, I keep saying this year, I'm like, I can't believe we're doing things for a third time.
Yeah.
Like, that was our third family trip. I'm like, we still feel like babies for us to be doing something for 3 times already. It's crazy.
Going back to the postseason, what was a piece of content that will always stick with you? I mean, you posted so many great pieces of content from traveling and the different cities that the Rangers traveled to, but what was the one piece of content when you're like, this is something that I'm so happy I have recorded for the rest of my life?
I will never forget whenever y'all won, y'all were all on the stage and they hadn't let us out yet. They were like keeping us like packed in this tunnel. We were all hot. We were sweating. We were freaking out. There's so many people in that tunnel. I will never forget all the wives had like pushed their way to the front. And they opened those doors, and we ran onto the field, just like dispersing. It felt like a movie scene. I literally like was looking around, like everyone's screaming, everyone's hollering, all the wives were just giggling and screaming, and the kids are running. I had my phone like videoing it all, and like I will never forget that. That felt like it was a movie scene. I'm like, where is the production set? It was like a chilling feeling. Oh, I'll never forget that moment.
I love that. Josh, what about you? What was something where you're like, wow, I'm so glad that Claire has this documented so we can show our kids and our grandkids one day?
Jeez, I mean, there probably wasn't one thing that wasn't documented from her, so I guess that's hard. I don't remember as so much as it being documented. I just remember when we got to the parade, we had to, it took us a while to get there because of traffic and stuff, and, like, we had to, like, literally go through, like, a bunch of people. They had to call the police to, like, get us in, like, escort us away. Or to escort us through, and then I don't know what road it is, but it's like right there. I just remember literally is like you just have everybody on the sides and me and Claire just driving like with our windows down. Claire's bawling, crying. Everybody's like, yeah, just going crazy. I just will never forget like that. Just still to this day doesn't even feel real. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy moment because it was all those people that was
literally just we're the only ones on the road in the car. Everyone's
and
around us.
They're screaming, they're hollering, they're screaming his name. It just was like a surreal moment. You're like, how is this real? Like, you're literally pinching yourself. Because you just would have never dreamed of it.
It was so fun. I'm like still not over it. Now that I think about it, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I remember, Josh, I interviewed you a few weeks back for Rangers Insider, and I don't know if you heard this, Claire, but I asked Josh the biggest way his life has changed since the World Series off the field. And he said, more people ask me if I'm Claire's husband than if I actually play for the Rangers. Josh, what is your reaction whenever people ask you that, and does that ever get old?
No, I love it. I think it just is a testament for the work that she's done. I mean, I love how popular she is. I guess she works her butt off, so she deserves it, and I'll be the number 2 for as long as I need to be. So
that was a great answer. I bet you're happy you have that recorded, Claire, to go back to.
Can I have that clip? Please, that clip. Well, I feel like because I post about like being the wife. I show like what it's like being a baseball player's wife. So I feel like that's for like you're the husband of this wife content.
Yeah.
The thing to me that's so cool is, well, A, how well you both support each other equally, but also how you both have really built up your own personal brands and have your own thing going and still manage to have that same level of support. What do you each remember about the first time you went into public and either Josh got recognized or Claire got recognized for the very first time?
Oh my God, wait, where were we? I feel like...
Me or you?
Me, I feel like we were... Was that at that the boat concert we went to?
Man, I don't really remember, honestly. I don't remember the first time like you got recognized.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it is insane though. Like literally everywhere we go, somebody recognizes Claire. It does not matter if we're in Seattle, New York, like Miami. Literally everywhere we go. That's
one of those things where you'll never get used to it because I'm like, it's just us. I'm like, why? Because I feel like my content is it's lifestyle. It's just day to day. It's nothing special or like planned. So I feel like that's why it's so crazy to me because I'm like, it's just I'm just posting about my life. Like I'm not like the singer or like whatever. It's like when someone says hi, I'm like, hi, I'm just a person. Like, I don't know.
Does it ever get old?
No.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She absolutely loves it. I like it for her too.
I like it, yeah. No, it doesn't get old.
It.
I mean, you have such a devout following. Like, I see TikToks all the time, and they're always tagging you, whether it's like, I need to buy this because Claire bought it, or I saw Claire at the Rangers game, but I was too scared to say hi. And, I mean, do you actually see those videos when people are tagging you and things?
I do, and it's crazy to me because, like I said, it's just normal things that I'm posting about. Like, it's just our daily life. But I guess, I don't know, I guess just the girliness and then the baseball life, people just like it. I don't know.
It's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's like you got the baseball people, the sports fans, and the girly style. So like, she's a lot of people know her.
A real life Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds. I love it. Well, Claire, what is your favorite kind of content to post? I mean, you do such a great job with your day in the lives and Get Ready With Me and baseball edits and things like that. But truly, what is your favorite kind of content to put together?
I love doing like the baseball vlogs because I feel like that's kind of going back to when I started of people like not knowing, like the family trip. I just think it's so cool to showcase that like the Rangers spoil us. They take us on their plane with the boys and they put us in the hotel and they set up these beach chairs for us and they just had all these beach bags with our names on it. I just feel like it's so cool. Like if I was watching, I'd be like, wow, like that's what that life is like. It's so, I just like love showing behind the scenes. I'm a big behind the scenes girl. I love showing something like you can't just look up in Google. Like I love that. Because that's what I like to watch.
That's true, and I think it really resonates with people. And I mean, looking back on the time when you first started, the realities of the minor leagues life, and then now to where you are and just showcasing all the amazing things you get to do, it's really wonderful. And it's been really awesome to see how much you've grown as a creator and just everything you have going on with the Rangers. So it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Well, thank you.
Of course. I want to go ahead and dive in and play the newlywed game. So you two got married in 2021 in Baton Rouge. Your wedding was also stunning, by the way. This is kind of random, but when I was wedding planning, my mom somehow found your wedding, and she was like, oh, I love the way they did this bar. And I was like, I know them. No way. It was beautiful. Beautiful. So got married in 2021. So it's been a few years since you played the newlywed game. So here's how it's going to work. Josh, I'll ask you 3 questions about Claire, and then she'll tell you if you got them right, and then we'll switch.
Oh,
so we'll
God.
go ahead and dive in. So Josh, what is one beauty product or tool that Claire cannot live without?
Beauty product or tool? Definitely thinking something with your lips. You're always carrying some Hailey Bieber lip gloss or something.
I love that. I'm like a chronic, the Rhode lip gloss, I love that stuff. I'm a chronic like lip gloss reapplier.
Yeah,
like
I
think I apply lip gloss every
the lip gloss.
5 minutes.
Okay, 1 for 1. Is that correct?
That was good. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Lip
Amazing.
gloss.
Okay, number 2, going off of all of our social media conversations, what company would Claire's dream collaboration be?
Revolve, I would say. Or like, Revolve is, I don't know, well, I guess you kind of do stuff with them a little bit, but
Pick like a brand, like a clothing brand.
man, that's kind of tough for me. I don't know girl clothing brands.
I feel
Give me
like
a
it's
hint.
pretty obvious.
Do you need to phone a friend?
I mean, girly, me.
Oh wait, is it the, who's the girl?
Who's what girl?
No, maybe
Josh
not
Smith, this
them.
is so obvious.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Love Shack Fancy?
Thank you.
Oh,
Ding, ding,
yes,
ding.
yes,
Josh,
yes,
do I know
yes.
your wife better than you do? I'm just
That's a
kidding.
I
duh.
thought you worked with them.
You phoned a friend, so you're 2 for 2.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
I'll
I've
give that
gone
one
to
to you.
events.
Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely that one. I knew that one.
You knew that one.
Finally, what is Claire's favorite Dallas hotspot? Could be a
Favorite?
restaurant, shopping area, bar, whatever you
Oh, wait, let me
That's
think
hard
about
to-
this,
yeah.
too. Let's do restaurant. What's my favorite restaurant?
I mean, I think it's Drake's.
Yeah, I love Drake's Hollywood.
It's a good one.
That is so good.
Okay, so I guess we'll say 2.5 out of 3.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's fair. Okay, Claire, are
pretty
you
good.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is one thing that Josh had to have at your wedding?
Ooh, I don't even know if I know this one.
I'll say the one thing that he really had input on was the band, which we didn't even have because of COVID. We had to switch to a DJ.
That's.
So that's the one thing you were like, I want to be involved in that.
yeah.
I was like, okay, sure.
And
And that was the one thing he was involved in.
yeah, I wasn't involved in anything. But I remember we didn't even eat at our wedding. We were so like.
Yeah, we did. We sat down before.
No, I meant like, I know that, but like during the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't eat. So.
No, we literally walked to the
But
dance
yeah,
floor
I
and didn't
would
leave.
say the band. I'll give
The
you that
band.
one.
What was your first dance song? This is obviously not one of my set questions, but what was your first dance song?
Claire.
I hope there's a
can
good
never-
story here.
I can never name it. James Morrison.
Yeah.
But I can never remember the name.
You Make It Real.
You
is
Make
what
It
it's
Real.
called.
You picked that.
Yeah, I did pick that.
So 1 for 1? Yeah?
She never remembers the name
I
of
never
the
remember
song.
the name of that song. I could sing. I could sing the song, but
Okay, here's a fun one. At LSU, what was Josh's favorite bar?
there's two.
You could say 2 of them. Yeah, you could say both of them.
Bogies and Fred's.
The House and Fred's.
The house.
Yeah, I'll give her that one.
Okay.
Fred's is Fred's.
Fred's.
Yeah.
And I heard that you're quite the limbo king. Is that still something
Oh
that
my-
you bust out every now and then?
I don't know what it is about him. I feel like it was a LSU baseball thing. And those boys, I feel like when you went out with them, they somehow were under the bar limboing. I'm like, what is it? What is it?
No, we went out at Fred's one night and like probably had too many or whatever, and then there was like a limbo contest, and I got in it and got like second place in the whole crowd.
But I mean, you've done multiple limbos. I feel like in
Yeah.
our dating life and
Yeah.
even married. I'm like, how does it happen?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, finally, who was Josh's favorite baseball player growing up?
You just told me the other day it wasn't the person I thought. Wait, and I always switch these letters.
Okay, just say the one you think, because there's 2. There's 2 answers.
Well, I'm
here.
trying to switch the letters right.
Yeah, just say it how you think, and then we'll make fun of it after. Go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Derek. I can never say it. Jared Dieter.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter.
She says Derek Dieter.
I don't know if that's like a letter thing. I don't know what that is, but
Derek
I can never.
Jeter, and then do you remember the other one or no?
No, because I didn't know that guy. Whenever you told me.
Craig Biggio is the other one.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Nice.
Like that, I could never. remember
Derek
that name.
Dieter.
Craig
Jarek-
Biggio and Jarek Dieter.
Yeah.
Love
Derek
it.
Dieter. I don't know why
Amazing.
that
It's Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Why you just say Jared? Then that's why. Oh God, he used to have.
I shouldn't even know who Tom Brady was. So.
That is such a lie. What do you mean? When did I not know him?
You did.
Yes, I did. He used to have a picture of JD, DJ, whatever his name is, and his little girl in his background for so long. He was like, I want.
No, that was actually Matt Holliday.
Never mind.
Now there's a third suspect. Oh, man, that was fun. You guys both did pretty good. That was awesome.
I feel like we talked about that the other day. I was like, if we ever had to do that, we would fail.
You didn't fail, though. You both did.
Right.
You both did great. I love it. Well, on the other side of break, we have a couple more games coming up, like Start, Sit, Give the Boot. Claire and Josh will answer my signature question, and we'll take some fan submissions. Don't go anywhere. Some people find comfort in sitting still, but not you. You're born to explore, to seek out adventure, and to live life to its fullest. Discover the Frontier Collection by Justin today, featuring out-of-the-box comfort and 12 stylish designs. The Frontier Collection is built for those who go the extra mile and get the most out of life. From the saddle to the streets and everywhere in between, the Frontier Collection by Justin is right there with you. For just $199, you can find your Frontier today at justinboots.com. Okay, this is my favorite part of every episode. It's time for Start, Sit, Give the Boot. So I'll give each of you 3 things and you have to rank them. So you start your favorite, sit either your least favorite or the one that you're indifferent about, and then give the boot to the one that you're like, no, I'm good. So for Claire, I know you are quite the fashionista, so we're going to do your 3 favorite accessories: hair bows, sunglasses, and cowboy boots.
Ooh. Oh, I can do this one.
All right, take it away.
No, you got it, but I know this one.
Hair bows, start. Oh, God, that's kind of hard for a second one.
What was the second one?
Either sunglasses or cowboy boots.
Yeah. I would say sit, sunglasses, boots.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I would have said for you.
I love sunglasses. I don't know why. I love it as like an accessory. I don't keep them on my face, but
it's good to have around.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, it's your turn. According to your Twitter, you are quite a movie connoisseur, so we're going to do 3 baseball movies. So for Start, Sit, Give the Boot, we have Major League, The Sandlot, and The Rookie.
I'm going to start Major League. I'm going to sit The Sandlot, and I'm going to boot The Rookie.
Which one's your favorite? I guess it doesn't have to be out of those 3, but what's your favorite baseball movie?
Ooh, favorite baseball movie? I like Field of Dreams. That's a good one. Bull Durham's pretty good. Honestly, Major League's probably one of my favorite baseball movies, so I love Major League.
What's a movie that the 2 of you love to watch together? Like, it doesn't have to be baseball, but just you're sitting at home, you have a night off. Like, what's a go-to movie in the Smith household?
I feel like we always do, like, some kind of, like, casual romantic comedy or something.
Yeah, he's a big rom-com guy. But I feel like we used to always watch The Proposal. I don't know if that was just because it was always on TV.
I think it was just always on. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say there's like one movie that I could really. I don't really watch the same movie twice.
Like we just start shows.
Yeah.
And then he gets bored of them, and then we never finish the show, and then I finish the show on my own.
What's a show that you guys have watched together recently?
Suits was a big one.
Yeah, which currently finishing on my own right now because he gave up on it.
They ruined it.
What are we watching right now?
The Boys is another one.
We don't really like the same things.
Yeah, that's what's tough is like I like action, like gore, drama, and she just likes girly girl housewife stuff.
Well, because whenever we're watching something together, it's always after the game we're watching like one episode, like going to bed. I don't want to watch someone get their head chopped off when I'm about to shut my eyes and have like a cutesy girly dream. Like I'm gonna dream about that. Cutesy girly dream. I don't want to dream about that. I'd rather dream about something.
Yeah.
Okay, hard-hitting question for you, Claire. Best Housewives franchise?
Oh, Beverly Hills. I don't know, actually. Because I just started watching New Jersey. Oh, my God. Teresa is a nut. So, I didn't realize she was that entertaining. That show, I just went through the phase where she went to jail. And I'm like, is this really real life?
Rangers fans are going to love this content right here.
Sorry, guys. I watch a lot of sports. I have to balance it off.
Hey, we reach both demographics, okay?
I have to balance
Reaches someone out there. Okay, it's time for my signature question. So, Claire, we'll start with you. So, let's say you both missed the flight to Seattle because the team's playing up there, and you have to road trip from Dallas to Seattle, 2,000 miles in a car with a Ranger's wife. Who are you going with?
I would say, I'm going to say Jacqueline. For sure. Jacqueline Gray. I feel like they have the RV. They have about 6 animals. She's so fun. She's always like life of the party. I feel like she would talk my head off the whole time. And if not, I'd have a whole zoo to hang out with. And then she has the RV. Like they used to road trip back and forth from spring training because they have about a gazillion dogs and cats. So yeah, I'm saying Jacqueline Gray for sure.
That's who Maddie Bradford said too.
She's fun.
Yeah.
She's always like the life of the party. Like, let's do this, let's do that. She's just always down for a good time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Okay,
funny.
Josh, now it's your turn. Road trip, 2,000 miles with either a Rangers player or coach. Who are you going with?
Rangers player.
I'll go player and coach.
Okay.
I'll go for player for me, probably Travis Jankowski. He's awesome. I love him so much. He's got good taste in music, loves country music, easy to talk to, just fun. He's funny, which a lot of people may not know. He's actually extremely funny. So yeah, Janko would be my player, and then coach, I think it's extremely obvious. It's Bobby Wilson. Bobby's
People
top
love
5,
Bobby.
top 10 funniest guys I've ever been around, so I'm definitely going to go with Bobby. He keeps it light on you. He's funny. He's a good time, so those two guys.
Those both sound like really fun car rides. Those are great
Yeah.
answers. I love it. Okay, now we have some fan questions. So, of course, we have to talk about Little Sporty, the cutest dog in the world. So, when you're both gone, who takes care of Sport, and how sad does he get when you both have to leave?
He knows the suitcase
Yeah.
now.
It is kind of, it's sad. Like, we pull out our suitcases, and he'll, like, you can just see him,
Curl
like,
up.
tail between his legs, like,
He'll,
curl up,
curl
go
up,
lay
and
in
like
bed.
once it's fully packed on the ground, like he'll sit on top of it. And he'll,
But yeah, so we have my sister-in-law,
little
Catherine,
sister.
her little sister. Catherine will watch him whenever we leave, and if she's gone, then we'll just hire someone to come and stay at our place and just kind of spot watch him here and there. So
Well, I guess what's the reaction from Sport once it's like a 10-day road trip and you're back home? What is that reaction when you see the little guy?
Oh, it's the same thing every time. We
Yeah.
come. We have like a side door that we come through, and he'll come like he squeals. He like whimpers. He's so
He's so
excited.
happy.
But then he has this thing where he runs. He gets the zoomies. He runs on the hardwood floor, and then there's a rug, and he leaps over the rug. So he leaps over the rug. He runs back. He runs, leaps over the rug. It's like a huge
Yeah.
leap too. Like he gets
it's
some
literally
air.
the same thing every time. So
It's so
really
cute.
cute.
Oh, I love that. We should have had you guys bring Sport on the show and have a little third
He'd have
little
been
guest.
barking this whole time.
Yeah, he's a yapper.
Okay, well, Josh, if you weren't playing baseball, what would you be doing? I saw you on Intentional Talk recently, and I think you said you had about 6 different majors. So did you ever
Yeah.
kind of figure out what that career path would look like after baseball or instead of baseball?
I definitely think after baseball, I want to do something business-wise. Like, I'm not sure yet. Kind of find something I like. So something business-wise I could see myself doing, but my dream job, I have 2 dream jobs, like if I didn't play
Like-
baseball.
Can we say unrealistic?
Yeah, absolutely unrealistic.
Okay, let's
Kind
clarify
of
that.
realistic. But
Oh no.
So I think being an actor would be cool, but I think being like the lead singer I would rather almost do that than play baseball. Like if I could be a lead singer in a band somewhere, that'd be so cool.
Amazing.
Oh my
I did
God.
not see that. That's
If he could-
incredible.
He wishes he could sing.
I don't know. I'm not bad.
Oh, well,
Not-
you
no,
can
I'm not-
What
sing.
kind
I'm
of
not
No, you
band?
can sing.
Kind of like a Maroon 5-ish. Yeah.
Great.
Maroon 5-ish. A little alternative.
Amazing. Well, I feel like they probably need a new frontman after Adam Levine's controversies
Yeah.
he's had, so maybe there'll be an
Bye-bye.
opening for you one day. You never know. Okay, Claire, you've teased on social media that you're having a business. When can fans expect to know more about it?
Oh my gosh, I want to say it now. Like it's just taking forever. I didn't realize how long it would take. I'm hoping early fall. I'm hoping. So maybe a few more months.
Can you give us any teasers?
It's very girly.
Shocker.
It's an everyday thing.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to learn more and hear about it whenever you can talk more. So early fall.
Early
Okay, cool.
fall. I'm really hoping.
What is a core memory from each of you about the World Series run?
Core memory. I'm trying to think. All right, so we went Tampa, Baltimore, Houston.
Tampa.
I think after Tampa, I remember after Tampa when we won the wild card series, that's when it kind of felt like, okay, we got a chance to win this thing. Is like everybody on the team, like literally, it felt like everybody was there. We're all just kind of basically partying on like the top floor of our hotel, just hanging out,
yeah.
just having a good time. That was one big thing
That
for me.
was so fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Tampa was probably most memorable, well, besides the Houston ones.
Yeah.
Because that was where everyone was like, okay, what is happening? What could happen? Like, what are the rankings?
Yeah,
like,
that's when it
if
started
this
to
plays
feel
out,
real, yeah.
I feel like the girls who had never done it before were like leading to like the girls who had been in playoffs, and they're like, tell us like what's happening. So it's always like, this could happen, or this could happen, or it could be this, or it could be that. If this person wins this game, it was like, so then when we finally won it, it was like, okay, wait, we're in it now.
Yeah. It is crazy, though, how much of, like, almost a blur it was at the same time. Like, which that's why I am glad she, like, documents stuff, because, like, literally, I almost forget, like, what even happened. It was so crazy.
That's even, like,
and I wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
The guys who were playing, I can't even imagine.
But that even goes with the minor league cities. I'm like, where were we for that?
Yeah, it just
what
blends.
hotel was that? It all just blends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that really is a perk about having all those videos.
Yeah.
Okay, a few weeks back, you told me it was awesome. You said Corey Seager bought us a house because he went off in the postseason. Now that you are a homeowner, I heard you're quite the grill master. So what is your favorite thing to make this summer?
Ooh. So that's the tough part about during the season, is it's hard for me to cook and grill as much, but during the off season, my favorite thing is I have a big green egg, so I like to smoke things on that. I did like a brisket this past year, so it was really fun. I love smoking brisket,
Yeah, I feel like you like the green egg
steaks.
more.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I like the process of it.
Claire, what's your favorite thing that Josh makes on the grill?
It's not on the grill.
Or
but
smoker?
You know it is.
The burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah. He makes smash burgers, and they're so good. It's like way better than In-N-Out. But it's that kind of, the burger sauce, the onions, they're so good.
That sounds amazing.
That's
I feel
like his
you both
specialty.
are great cooks too. Everything I've seen you post, and between that and then the grill and the smoker and all the good stuff, I feel like you guys probably have really good dinner parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a good job.
Dinner parties. That's what I dream of.
Well, now you have a house.
Yeah,
so
now I have a
can.
house.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I have a dining table.
Okay, Josh, this is the last question of the episode, and I've been waiting all day to ask you, and I'm so excited. Why did you take that little kid deep on TikTok?
Little kid deep on
The video
TikTok.
of you, and I think it was Smith. Oh. And it was the first two you whiffed, and then you just smoked it.
So that's my little nephew. That's my sister's firstborn. That's the guy. That's the little boy who was born like 2 or 3 days before my debut. His name's Smith. So I was just kind of messing with him. We were in Colorado at my cousin's house, and he got 2 strikes on me, kind of just messing with him, and then you can't let him beat you. So I just kind of had to show him a lesson. If he throws it over the plate, it's gonna get smacked.
That's
so.
the competitive side in all these boys.
Yeah,
It doesn't
that
matter
actually- that
who
was
it is. You
hilarious.
can't.
That was hilarious.
It went so viral too. I mean, it blew
Oh my
up. It
gosh.
was, people still send it to me. It's so funny.
That is like the funniest video.
That is awesome.
I love it. Well, thank you both so much for coming on Rangers Deep in the Heart. I had the best time chatting with both of you.
Oh, well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks
Of
for having
course.
us.
Anytime. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Rangers Deep in the Heart, presented by Justin, the official boot of the Texas Rangers. Signing off from Globe Life Field, I'm Hannah Wing. We'll see you in a few weeks.